This is probably going to be the shortest game recap I've had to do all season going into this game, and not because of the reasons you might be thinking of. The Winnipeg Jets, in my opinion, after losing this game to the Montreal Canadiens 4-2, really don't have anything bad to say about this game. Obviously, I'm going to talk about the turnovers that led to two of the three goals that were scored, that were obviously not, minus the empty net that Toffoli scored at the end of the game. And other than that, though, other than those two turnovers, and turnovers being a consistent problem throughout this entire game, the Jets, in my opinion, played one of their most complete games of the entire season. From the puck drop to the end of the ice, to the end of the third period. Like, really, in my opinion. From the puck drop, we already saw a really good starting pressure from that third line coming in, getting offensive ice time really quickly and getting it in the zone really quickly of the Habs. And then after that, they have the rollout of the first line of Stastny, Scheifele, and Wheeler coming in with Pionk and Forbort holding the line. And they put up for about a good minute and 30 seconds constant pressure on the Habs to start this game, looking really fresh, having the best start to a game the Jets have had offensively, in my opinion, almost all season. And that was a consistent thread throughout this whole game, is that, yeah, the Jets may have had bad play with the turnovers, but even then the defense wasn't horrible this game either. Morrissey and DeMello at times looked really, really, really good together, like really good, like as good as he did last year. And then at times individually, every defender, every forward had those little type of plays where they, coughed up the puck and they led to good scoring opportunities, and Hellebuck coming in and bailing them out. And that's the other thing I could talk about too to get into this game, was the fact that the Montreal Canadiens and Winnipeg Jets both saw some of the best performances of the year they saw out of their goaltenders. Carey Price having a renaissance game and looking fantastic in this game, really looking amazing, having one of the better games of this season so far, in my opinion. And Connor Hellebuck having another amazing game where he just was constantly consistent. And honestly, for three of those two goals he was in for, you can't really blame him, because there were almost all of them 3-on-0s. And for those two goals, like maybe a 2-on-1 for the first, 2-on-0 for the first one, because Forbort was able to drag down that third Habs player and prevent it from being 3-on-0 to finish it. But that second goal that they allowed in from the Pionk turnover in the second period, that was brutal, because it was 3-on-0 on Connor Hellebuck. There's not much you could do there, right? And he still was able to take up a lot of the net and force a last-minute pass, and I liked this game, and I liked everything about this game for a lot of the Jets. And again, what it kind of harkens back on is this opinion I've had about the Jets, where they might have good play from their offensive forward core, right? They might have good play from the tandem and goaltender starting pair that they have with Hellebuck and Brossoit, and they might get good play from the defense at times, where together, it's holding things together, basically. But when you look at some of the individual performances and the overall cohesiveness of this team when it comes to playing defense, that's what bit the Jets on the bum tonight, in my opinion. If the Jets are able to go out there and they have a harder stick, they're harder on the puck, and they don't get stick lifted, swiped, and basically poke checked every 5 seconds like an NHL 21 game, I feel like the Jets win this game. And nothing to do with Montreal playing a bad game, but I felt like the Jets were able to dominate Montreal more at times with consistent pressure in Montreal's zone, and just forced a lot of more, difficult scoring chances consistently on Carey Price compared to the Connor Hellebuck chances they got. Because the best Connor Hellebuck chances that he was able to stop, and the best chances Montreal had as a whole, came off of turnovers. Other than that, Montreal wasn't the best at rushing into the zone. Even though they moved the puck very well through the neutral zone, the Jets still maintained, in my opinion, of offensive dominance throughout this game, even though they were losing at times, because they were just able to really set up well, have good offensive opportunities, force the puck well, move the puck well, contain the puck in Montreal's zone, and make good overall plays and can corral the puck well. And the defense, in my opinion, tonight was very good. I also want to give a huge shout out to Logan Stanley, who was tied with a bunch of other players for second for shots on goal tonight. But not only did he have almost 5 shots on goals, he had 4. He had a good night in general where it felt like he shot the puck more than any forward did, and I love seeing that. That's been a big part of Stanley's game for a while, but having him develop that side where he's willing to shoot the puck more, having a big shot, and again, playing like Buff-like in his game, hitting really big in the corners, grabbing guys, getting into scrums. It's exactly what the type of development that I want to see from Logan Stanley consistently, and I really like the last 2 games he showed. He's got his first assist last game, and then this game he could have easily had a couple goals. He was really shooting the puck well, and eventually he's going to get to that point where he finds the soft spot and he's able to really direct the puck on net consistently in a dangerous way instead of shooting wide a lot. And when he starts to do that, he's going to get a lot more assists and tip-in goals, and that's exactly what the Jets need. Another big cannon shot from the blue line to get a lot of tips. Stastny's got great hands in tight, so does Blake Wheeler and Mark Scheifele. So adding those type of plays where they can tip the puck in front of the net, it's going to be very, very good to see when Stastny is able to to really get that shot focused in after he plays a little bit longer and gets some more games under his belt and starts to really show why, in my opinion, he's much better than Nathan Beaulieu, and hopefully shows Paul Maurice that and wins over this spot even when Nathan Beaulieu becomes healthy again as time goes on with his injury. But other than that, though, the turnovers being the problem, Hellebuck and Price playing great goals, great goaltending performances, the offense playing as consistent as it did at times. I really liked this game for the Jets. Like, I'm not even mad they lost. This is the first time all season where, in my opinion, I don't have to go really hard on the Jets in any area, because even though they had the turnovers that cost the goals, the defense didn't play horribly tonight. And it wasn't the defense's fault at times that it was a goal being scored, because there were turnovers from weeks on individual performances and weak on the puck type play. If the Jets are harder on the puck, those turnovers don't happen. That's all I have to say, is that the whole team needs to be more physical when they have the puck, box out when they have the puck, and protect the puck. That's basically what it's going to come down to if the Jets want to succeed. If the Jets did that this game, they would have won, in my opinion. But they didn't, and that's what cost them the game. Other than that, they could have easily come back and won this game, but Carey Price really stood on his head in that third period, playing really good, consistent hockey, and just really had one of his best games of the season. And so did Connor Hellebuck. Even though he got the loss, I really liked this game for a lot of the Jets, and it was just a promising game, because I was worried coming out of that 3-game series against the Leafs that the Jets might have played up to their opponent, because they have that tendency to do so where they play bad against bad teams but play good against the good teams. And I wanted to see if they were able to carry the better part of the game, especially that third game, and the momentum they were able to gain into this next series against Montreal. And so far in this game, even though they took the L, I really felt like they had a lot of the momentum that was gained from that last series against the Leafs, and they brought that with them, and that's important, because even though they lost tonight, if the Jets can keep that offense, keep that type of style of play that they've been playing well over the last, say, 4 games, and they were able to continuously grow off of that instead of recession off of that, I think that the Jets are going to be much better than some people think. And with the fact that today, that Cheveldayoff in his press conference basically confirmed that a trade is going to happen to bring in a defenseman by the deadline, at least one, guaranteed, is going to make a move. So that's pretty promising. There's a lot to be promise about this team moving forward. There's just a lot of good overall vibes I'm getting from this club right now, and it's kind of been a little bit of a head flip from where it was about a couple weeks ago when my thoughts were on the Jets. I really thought that the bad play was kind of building up and accumulating into that loss, that 7-1 loss against the Habs, and I thought we were going to go downhill from there, but the Jets bounced back. They played well. They've improved their game. The offense looks more settled. Pierre-Luc Dubois in this game looked really good. He controlled the puck well in the rushes. He protected the puck well. It's only a matter of time before he really starts getting going, and I'm looking very forward to seeing what happens with him and the development that goes on there. I want to see more from Kyle Connor. Even though he scored those power play goals, he was really good. I want to see more 5-on-5 from him. I want to see him just move the puck better and be a little bit more defensively. But other than that, the Jets played a fantastic game. There's not a lot of negatives for me to really point out in this one. But at the end of the day, the Winnipeg Jets just couldn't get it all sorted out, and they just couldn't get the stuff together at the end of the game. And that's basically what cost them the game, in my opinion, at the end of it, was they just couldn't really get their feet moving in the right area, I would say, and they kind of turned on the gas a little bit too late. They were a little bit kind of, pedaling around a little bit for them that third period, not playing bad hockey, but not being as, desperate as they needed to be to tie it, in my opinion, and they just turned on the gas a little too late. They played good, and they could have done more to make it a 3-3 game, but just the way it goes sometimes. But I'm curious to know what your guys' thoughts are on this game, Jets fans and Habs fans. What did you think about this game for the Habs fan side of it? You guys have a good performance finally. You bounce back off of a great performance off Carey Price. A good kind of win for you guys, hopefully getting you off in the right direction. The Jets, on the other hand, take the L, carry the momentum from the last really good series against the Leafs. Look like a very good team. If they can just shore up that defense a little bit with the way they play on the puck and just be a little bit more, preventable for those type of plays that cause them to turn it over. If the turnovers are become more manageable and preventable, I feel like the Jets team is going to be very, very good moving forward. But like I just said, let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below. As always, if you're a fan of the Winnipeg Jets, but more importantly a fan of hockey, regardless of the team you root for, definitely consider dropping a subscription, as we're on that road to 1K subscribers, and I really do appreciate all the support you guys have been giving the channel lately. It really does mean a lot for me. Thank you so much for showing all the support you guys constantly do. It means the world. Peace, love, and positivity as always, guys. Follow my Twitter link in the description. Drop a like if you haven't already. Notifications turned on as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. Go Jets, go.